Here we go. All right. Might as well get things started so we don't wait too late. We got a lot of companies to get through. Yep. Shall we? Refresh this one last time. Get everyone's last second slide updates locked in. Don't edit your slides anymore. You can, but it won't change it. Fresh. Let's make sure. Like shippers in remote. We'll pull it over. All right. Yeah. Thanks for coming, everybody, to the last class / demo day of entrepreneur. What is this called? ENTR179A Enterprise and Entrepreneurship. Woo! Especially thank Miles Bird here from Storyhouse Ventures. They invest in Claremont College startups only, not just Harvey Mudd either. Woo! Thanks for coming. He's going to be judging you, like we all will, silently. Over here, Professor Dodds. Yeah, Surya visiting. He's a Harvey Mudd alum entrepreneur. And then classmates, a couple extras I see. We've got more people trickling in. Haha. Bennett, did you add your slide deck? Did you add it to the deck? Yes?
Yeah.
Where? Blast?
Somewhere.
Okay. All right. You might be in there somewhere. And we've got a dozen people on Zoom or so. So thanks, everybody. All right, let's get started. We've got this thing. Let's see. Can we pause the music? Yes. Does this work? Down. All right. Before we start, I'm going to give a brief history of Mudd entrepreneurship for everybody. It's interesting. First, we'll go back to 1888. Harvey Seeley Mudd was born. Okay. He started a mining company, minerals company. Oops. In 1916. What was that? 28 years old? Pretty good. Joined the board of Caltech 13 years later. Got interested in education. Guess what he did next? Founded Claremont McKenna. Oh, bet you didn't even know that, CMCers. That's right. Founded by Harvey Mudd. Didn't like that, so started Harvey Mudd College later, 1955, in his own image. What? Okay. Fast forward 6 years, Professor Mac Gilkinson joined. He sort of started this entrepreneurship idea at Harvey Mudd, but not till Gary Evans joined in 1981. The econ department. He started the entrepreneurship class and did some of the personal finance, financial economics courses. They started the Entrepreneurial Network together in 1990, which is that event that we did in San Francisco. So that's been going for 35 years in on and off fashion. Founded this class actually in 1993. Right. I went to Harvey Mudd. Just missed Professor Zach Dodds, who joined computer science a year later. But Benson did. Nice. What else? I did some entrepreneurship on the side. So did Benson. Zach was doing computer science. We met in 2015 when Benson was at SpaceX doing tours. And the next year, Zach started the summer startup program. Me and Gary decided to start HNC in 2017, which was the first sort of a Y Combinator for Harvey Mudd alums, and now is just kind of a seed fund and kind of like Storyhouse, but just for Harvey Mudd. And Gary was retired in 2020. Also, there was COVID. Cash Oakley took it over. There was a little gap, I think, during COVID, and he took it over the next year. And he retired the next year. Zach started the entrepreneurship clinic. There's been a clinic program for a while, but it was always sponsored by companies. So now you can actually do a clinic of your own idea. And Professor Gordon Krause took over in 2023. And then we took over in 2024. This is our second year. And there's a lot of stuff going on around this is from last year, so we updated But obviously we've got this class in the spring. We want, everybody's thinking about still doing your startup, please register if you haven't. It's just basically ongoing mentorship. It's not actually a class that you meet. Storyhouse Ventures, there's the Hive down at Claremont Accelerator. Some of you are involved in that. HMC Inc. We're adding, I think, you're doing another class in the spring, right, Zach? On
yes, we are.
vibe coding.
Yeah.
But it's not called that. That's not the official name, but that's what it is. And then I just want to give a little history of some. This is just Harvey Mudd. There's a lot more data if you can count the whole 5 C's of some companies that have been come out of here over the last couple of decades, and all the big amounts of money they've raised or sold for, etc. I need to update this. This was made last year. I'm sure there's been 40 more since then. And remember, goal is to enjoy yourself and figure out how to make money. Okay, if you're online, that's where you went. If you're not online, you can share this link right now to your parents or something. Hey, Tom's here. Thanks for coming in. Tom's Hartmut, entrepreneur, class of 94. 93 keeps getting older. And then for those of you who would like to submit scores for these companies, go to this URL, maybe on your smartphones, Miles, anyone else, and perhaps the companies that get the greatest scores will get something at the end. This is also a good way if you want to contact any of the companies. You go leave a little email link for their founders' emails, and it shows the order of the startups and little summaries and some of their decks and some of their videos of their pitches and their website URL. So all the information you need right there. Let's get started. First things first. Tony. Woo. All right. Up to go to the next. Oh, down. Down takes you to the next. Makes sense.
Hello, my name is Tony Pappas, and I'm presenting Stratus Vanguard. Right. The problem is simple. The second largest economy in the world relies on manual analysis, and every deal is treated like a one-off document exercise. And this causes millions of dollars in time lost, as well as knowledge not captured by private firms. So Stratus Vanguard is the operating system for making investment decisions. And the goal is not only it's not just a summarization tool, it's the ability to index and capture your entire ontology of information that you need to make for every single investment decision. So our product, the goal is to take all unstructured data, make it queryable and index it in a way that you can take it through take your deal rooms and take PDFs, Word decks, Excel sheets, take all the unstructured data and format it in a way that you can interact with it on interactive analytics canvas, as well as an investment memo generation. And this allows you to query all of your firm's knowledge and take in a view of the entire market, as well as compare it to its peer sets. So what others fundamentally don't have, take your our competitors as well as large language models, aren't actually able to extract the financial syntax of the documents that they're working with, as well as understand your firm's investment thesis and index it across the broader market. What we're able to do is capture that financial syntax, create a schema that is specific to your firm's investment thesis, and being able to allow you to query across all your current deals in your portfolio, as well as look at the anti-portfolio of decisions that you want to make changes on. So this is my team, why us? Both me and my co-founder have spent our careers building AI due diligence tools for the top firms in private asset investors, and we've seen this solution, and we built this solution before. We know the pain, and we're able to bring that solution to the most data-intensive economy. Which is just a summary. We turn unstructured data into ready investment decisions for your firms. And we've done this before, and we're looking to essentially bring unstructured data and help you build better decisions and bring it to the market faster. We look forward to partnering with everyone.
And you said it's down to go to the next slide?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello everyone, my name is Mega and welcome to Legal Aid. Legal Aid is basically like ChatGPT, but for lawyers and with privacy guaranteed. All right, so I work at a law firm right now as an intern, and like many other of my associates, I'm dropped into an assignment in the middle of a case, and the first thing that I need to do to make sure I'm doing my due diligence is read all the corresponding files, which can be documents that are up to 30 pages long and multiple of those. The question becomes, even though all of my time is billed to my clients and I'm getting paid, why would I waste my time if I don't need to? I partnered up with Abhinav to address this issue. So the unfortunate reality is that me and many other actual lawyers face this issue every single day. Even though cases are moved to digital online platforms and are easily organized and accessible, they are not built for refamiliarization in an efficient manner. So lawyers still have to manually dig through these PDFs to find what they're looking for. And that's where legal aid comes in. Legal aid lets lawyers query their documents with natural language and instantaneously get cited answers to the sources that they're relying on. And critically, with client confidentiality at the forefront, there is zero data retention and no model training of the LLM that we're using. So how you start is simple. You log into this page, you connect your file. Right now we have connected with Google Drive, but we're working to connect with Outlook, Outlook Overdrive, OneDrive, and Box and Dropbox as well. And so we have no uploads, no migration, no IT. We simply just connect the file. And then you're launched into this page where you can, instead of scrolling, just ask questions like in Sy versus Jones, what were the facts of the case? Do you have an example of a motion to compel? And then you'll get your answers right away. The legal tech market is expected to reach $46.7 billion by 2030. But much of this innovation is for giant law firms. And so what it overlooks is the 75% of smaller law firms that make up the US legal population, of which 80% already do use digital cloud-based file platforms. So legal aid brings enterprise-grade tools to the firms that make up most of the actual market. Our competitors typically fall into two categories, most of which are built for larger firms, as mentioned before, or they do not guarantee privacy, which is a must for any legal tool. And so legal aid is different because we're specifically built for smaller law firms. We require no document upload and integrate instantly to the file storage place that the firm is using. And mostly this is the safest option for lawyers. We secure beta testers such as Pitzer's Residence Life and law offices of Bucksbaum, Chalkmark, and Winder. And now we're looking to expand and grow, and this is our plan for our business model when we eventually launch in 2 weeks. And so if you remember nothing else from today, remember that Legal Aid is an AI assistant tool to query internal files, ChatGPT, but with more privacy guaranteed. And we aim to reduce costs for reduce time for attorneys spent on work and reduce costs for clients. Reach out to me at this email to learn more, invest, or just beta test. Thank you.
Your mic's the mic work. The other one works as well. That's two. That's does. That's two. Okay, cool.
Hi everyone, I'm Omar. I'm Jason, and we are SodaPop, an app that allows you to connect to local community events.
So what's the problem? If you want to be able to find out about events near you, either you have to be looking at social media, or if you're not following the right people, you're just not going to be able to try to see it. Alternatively, if you try to find out more about stuff, a lot of times most people don't know events just simply are there. So a lot of times you're missing stuff that you don't even know about.
So how do we fix this? We expose community events directly to you. Here we have a screenshot of how we are currently working. We're able to swipe to say that we're interested, and we're also able to save events down there. We also track your preferences, so you're able to also say that you're not interested in something, and we use that to push events that you're more likely to attend directly to you. Currently, we have had over 100 events posted on our platform with over 20 users, and we have 90% weekly user engagement, launching just under a month ago.
And right now, we have two different ways of making profit. One, we're going to be running ads between the events and people users can pay to remove them. Two, hosts can be able to try and pay a little bit extra to boost their events closer to the top to gain more visibility.
So how do we get here? Right now, me and Jason are just web scraping ourselves and taking pictures of flyers from around campus and coming up with these events ourselves. We're finding them on local Facebook pages, on Instagram, social media. It's been a struggle. Hopefully in the future, we plan to make it inclusive. Right now, if you go on the app, you're able to add events yourself. So as the user base grows, there's going to be more and more events added. We also focusing right now on the Claremont colleges and the local community, but in the future, we hope to expand to different colleges and the greater area.
Going a little bit more into statistics, the majority of Gen Z does find their events through social media apps and platforms, which is to say the global event market is it's already a pretty big one, worth about 3 billion right now, and it's projected to keep growing over coming years.
So once again, I'm Omar Jimenez, I'm CEO.
I'm Jason Young, I'm the CTO.
And this is Oda the Soda, our mascot and our chief financial officer.
So yeah, you're Soda Pop, but we hope to see you hop on Soda Pop. If you want to give it a try, you can be able to scan the QR code. Heads up, you need to disconnect off Wi-Fi because currently Claremont WPA does not like this very much. But if you scan it, you'll be able to test it out.
We're talking to CIS to get that fixed. We do have a domain that's currently down for maintenance, but that should be up soon.
Yes. Thank you.
Hi, good morning. My name is Jack Susek, and this is D3 Reps, better reps for better business. There's a problem. Small businesses don't know how to advertise, and they'll tell you themselves. 73% are worried about their current strategy, 51% say they don't have time to create new content, and 54% say they need social media help. So how do big companies do it? One method you might have heard of. It's called the NIL deal. So what is it? It's essentially a policy adopted by the NCAA that allows your favorite athletes to serve as ambassadors and influencers for their favorite brands. This brings us to problem number 2. Today, the vast majority of the athletes taking part in these deals are big name athletes partnering with big name brands. But what about the little guy? What about the thousands of mom and pop shops across the country that don't know how to advertise? They don't get the traffic they deserve just because they're on the wrong side of the street. Or, what about me? You want to know what my millions of dollars are? $0 million in NIL deals. And I'm not alone. There are more than 200,000 NCAA D3 athletes. More than 75% expressed interest on the recruiting trips, and yet there are 0 dedicated D3 platforms today. So small businesses need help marketing, and D3 athletes want to help with marketing. It's a perfect match. And we're the solution. D3 Reps is a platform that connects D3 athletes with local businesses for promotional deals. 90% of consumers trust family and friend recommendations more than any other form of advertising, and that's what we're capitalizing on. So how does it work? Our business model is that we connect local businesses with athlete ambassadors. They generate a promo code, the athletes share this code with their consumers, and then the consumers use it at checkout, and the ambassadors get a small share of the profits. And that's where we come in. So there's no risk to the business because they only pay when real customers walk through the door. And there's no risk to athletes because our platform is completely free. So where are we? Right now, our site is completely fully built out. You can create a profile for both businesses and athletes. you can actually create promotions, search promotions, track your earnings, which is very important for businesses because they want to see real results. And to summarize, we're D3 reps. We are a word of mouth marketing with measurable results. We're 100% ready to launch, and we're built by and for D3 athletes. So please reach out. I'm ready to start working together.
Okay, hello everyone, my name is Charlie. Today I'm going to be presenting on Newton Youth Basketball Clinics Building the Next Generation Through Sport. Our mission is to transform underused school gyms into plug-and-play youth sport clinics, starting with basketball and build scale across sports and cities. Currently in Greater Boston alone, over 120,000 elementary and middle schoolers cycle through after-school and seasonal programs each year. Families routinely spend up to $400 per child per season, and as we can see, many of the surrounding districts to Newton do offer additional extracurricular programming at the community level, but it's often volunteer run and doesn't have the same elite focus and mentorship that a club and travel program would have. This is where we come in. We partner with districts in the Greater Boston area to provide quality youth basketball programming. NYBC, a clinic in a box. Our 5-day program is easily replicated via local partnerships. We provide standardized curriculum, experienced coaches, and operational support. Our partners, as districts, provide facilities, local marketing, community outreach, and registration support. Together, we give families a trusted and reliable option. This winter, in just a few weeks, we're launching our first pilot clinic. Partnering with Newton Community Education and Newton Athletic Association, featuring a 70-30 profit split. We're actively building our parent contact list and coach bench for expansion. Registration is open if any of you guys have kids that want to sign up. These are some of the metrics we're going to be using to secure future partnerships. And yeah, this is lastly our growth plan for the coming year. In the first quarter, we're hoping to finalize our curriculum and secure 2 additional partnerships. In the following fall, we want to launch 3 to 5 clinics and expand to soccer and volleyball, as well as launch our AAU program, which will have practices and travel teams. About a year from now, we want to launch our full-scale AAU program, which will have clinics, camps, and travel teams all together. Again, my name is Charlie. Thank you for listening. If you want to reach out, my email is at the bottom.
Thank you, Charlie. My name is Natalie, and we will be presenting on Tommy. Yeah, so for our finance team, I'm Natalie, that's Katya, that's Jane. Those 2 are finance and econ majors at Claremont College, and I'm a cognitive science major, and this is Dylan, our coder.
Okay, so we wanted to start off with a bit of a story time. I recently read a book that really resonated with me called The Years, and after finishing it, I wanted to read something else that evoked similar emotions out of me. I wanted something that was introspective, confusing, written by a female author, and also had this historical element to it. So I first consulted Goodreads, and I had a lot of user data and reviews, but they were so polarizing that it made me second guess the choice I wanted to make, ended up not buying anything. Then with Reddit, they had a few threads, but nothing that was very helpful, and also only gave me male philosophers, which I didn't want. And then I went to Google, which only really had the top 100 most popular books at the time, and it also did not have any user data. So I ended up having such a time sunk and didn't end up buying anything, which is why we decided to build Tommy.
Yeah, so this is how it works. Basically just put in any sort of feeling or thing that you want to find in a book, and you input that request. And you can do any sort of criteria. So this includes like LGBTQ+, but also like book length. There's pretty much anything you can think of. It's all supported by AI. And then these are the results. You just get a wide variety of book selections to choose from. You're also going to get a description that's going to tell you why it was chosen, and how it pertains to your search.
So as we develop this out further, we're going to be migrating to a hybrid model. So it's going to give you even more tailored recommendations that also have a social element to it.
So you might be wondering how we're going to make money. Well, Tommy has two primary use cases, the first being brick and mortar institutions like bookstores and public libraries. This would be a subscription-based service in which the institution would receive a unique QR code that would allow the person to receive recommendations just from that organization's inventory. And the next would be Amazon referral links, which will be, individual users will be directed to Amazon from our website and providing us with a referral payment. This will be for users that are logged in and not for brick and mortar institutions.
So for profit estimates, we're looking at a 4.5 commission on each book with Amazon referrals, and after a 1 month free trial, a $100 a month subscription for these brick and mortar institutions. And so by year 10, we're looking at an estimated profit of $110,500.
So start using Tommy today for more intelligent book recommendations as we continue to grow to meet the $33 billion US book market. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, hello, my name is Rebecca Agarwal, and I'm introducing the banking game. So the banking game is a gamified approach to learning about monetary economics. It's a virtual simulation, which we currently have 8 interactive simulations that we're going to use to help teach high school and college students about central banking, monetary policy, and other aspects of international monetary economics. And so why did I want to implement this project? Well, currently there is a pretty big gap in the resources available to learn about monetary economics. We either have formal institutions, for example, college classes, research articles, and central bank website, and information and interviews, which is fine if you want a very, very heavily academic approach to learning, but it presents a lot of barriers for individuals who just want to get introduced to the subject area. Additionally, there are a lot of macroeconomic games that exist, but very few are available to just regular users. Most are limited to professors and institutions. Many are no longer in circulation. For example, the SF Fed had one, but they took it down. And many are just not user-friendly, beginner-friendly, or just not focused on monetary economics. And on a more personal level, this is a topic I'm really interested in, and I also have a lot of experience in both learning about monetary economics and also in education. So I want to be able to combine my interests and my previous skills to create a platform that makes this topic more accessible to individuals. And so my vision is to create a platform that is available and accessible to users of all different experience levels, that's very user-friendly, is something that anyone can access, whether or not you're a professor, part of an institution, or just an individual that wants to learn, and something that makes the learning fun. And so for our business model, we have 2 different approaches. We initially want to help all of our users, whether it be institutions or individuals, get acquainted to the simulations we have so we can know and we can best work with them and understand what their needs are when we're building this. So for the first few months for both institutions and individuals, we're going to have it be completely free, but then we're going to work on building personalized subscription programs based off of their simulation needs, and so then we can help match what their learning goals are. And so currently we have 8 different interactive simulations, and we're currently in the process of both fleshing these out and adding more simulations. We currently have beta testers from both high school and college that we're using to work with to learn, get feedback, and also make sure that the simulations are providing accurate information. And the gamified education market is currently valued at $16.16 billion and is expected to grow annually about 22%. So this is a growing industry, and we want to take advantage of that. So currently, some of our simulations tap into a variety of different types of games to match different people's learning styles. We have things from quizzes to building timelines to helping them get more interactive games, matching games, building balance sheets, and a bunch of other types to help really learn about everyone's different types of learning styles. And so the banking game is a gamified monetary education platform that in an industry that's expected to grow by 22% until 2030. And we're currently in the stage where we are beta testing our platform to make sure it's best accessible for as many individuals as possible. Here's our website link, and this is my email. Please reach out if you're interested in beta testing or using our platform.
Thank you. Okay, my name is Nico Munoz, and this is Harwood Surf. What is Harwood Surf? It is an equipment, lifestyle, and surf design company specifically focused on winter and more Nordic surfers like me. So our first product to go to market is going to be the wooden surf fin. This is a unique product that is not really available on the market, and it attracts customers who are interested in like high quality, sustainable materials and cool looking aesthetic. The future, I want to create products that cater to surfers surfing in the winter, like sweaters, fleeces, boots, and then just general surfing equipment like wax and surfboards. So this is a really big market and is projected to grow a lot in the next 10 years. Some big numbers like 18.2 billion. And then we can see that the global surf fin market is a little bit smaller, but that's why I think it's the perfect place to interject my company with my cool first product and then expand to the bigger market from there on. It's a great market to invest in. So some other companies that I'm kind of taking inspiration from and hope to follow the path of, Patagonia and Finisterre. These companies focus on sustainable materials, high quality product, and natural aesthetic. I'm wearing a Finisterre sweater right now. It's pretty fire. This is Kai Slater, most famous surfer, and he left Rip Curl to found his own brand because he didn't feel Rip Curl had the same values of sustainability, high quality, like cool style, and really like got the apparel down right. So he did that, and it was very successful. So our go-to-market strategy is have my first really cool product, and with that, I'm gonna build brand awareness and brand trust. I plan to sell direct to customer through Instagram, and as well as like surf boutiques like Maine Surfers Union, which I have connections in, and places like that all over the Northeast. Yes, this is me. I'm a skilled woodworker, which has to do with the wooden fins. I'm also a skilled surfer. I have direct contact with the customer base every time I go surfing, chop it up with all the surfers, one of my fins. And then I've like interned and worked at a bunch of surf spots, so I know people who can get my product directly to market. Yeah, Harwood Surf. Big market, good product, good person to do it. That's the idea. Thank you.
Okay, hi everybody, I'm Zoe and I'm going to be telling you guys about Lexicon. So I went to the back one. Lexicon is a perspicacious study companion that elucidates recondite vocabulary and transforms desultory cramping into a lasting habit. So if you did not know what some of those words meant, neither did I, and so I made this slide, but that's exactly why I created Lexicon. So this is a vocabulary tool that fills a gap in the market because the existing tools fall short. They're boring, hard for users to stay engaged in, not personalized to users' interests, and they rely on a lot of short-term memorization. But we step in by giving small daily doses of personalized vocabulary to help students grow their vocab and prepare for exams effectively. So users will sign up, make a profile that they input their vocabulary learning goals and some key interests that they have. And then using these interests, we are able to send out tailored daily emails
with an appropriately leveled word of the day, and then incorporate that word into 3 different sentences based on their interests and relevant pop culture timely moments, like if they say they're a sports fan, perhaps a large sports win that has happened a couple of days prior. And users can also add in their own words into a vocab list if they wish to study for an exam, and they will be generated additional sentences when they upload those words. The global market for the test prep industry is $178 billion. And then in the United States in 2024, the global market is $38 billion, which are based on students that are studying for exams like the SAT and the GRE. Competitors like Quizlet and the Vocabulary app have a lot of gamification, but they fail to have tailored recommendations and stay culturally relevant. And then Duolingo, while being engaging, is about learning new languages rather than honing in on your own vocabulary. The first phase of my launch plan is to launch the MVP to pilot users, then partnering with tutors and test prep organizations for small group trials, and then growing with social media marketing, and then to roll out a premium version so users will be able to pay for premium to upload more vocabulary words per month, and then educators can host premium for their students. Okay, I am an econ psych major at CMC, and I'm very passionate about learning, ed tech, terms media, and language development, which is why I want to create Lexicon. And as a takeaway, this fills key gaps in the market with creating an engaging English vocabulary learning tool that students will actually want to keep using. There's a $38 billion market, and there's a multi-level pricing. Thank you so much.
I should go to the next one. Weren't there like multiple groups? Oh. Thank you. Okay.
Okay, so I want everyone to take a moment and think about what their favorite class was growing up. So mine was recess, obviously. I got to go outside and run around with all my friends, and I was free from all the rules and expectations that I had. So I'm Carly, this is Lindsay, and we're hopscotch, and we are bringing back recess. So adults are burnt out, and the corporate team building market sucks, and people crave getting connection and play, and there's an overall lack of third spaces in our community right now.
So our solution is hopscotch. We're bringing back recess, and we're allowing people to get in on playing Foursquare again, jumping on the monkey bars, and playing hopscotch. Because we're going to have pop-up recess events that are going to be probably at least once a week for the first year or so, while we build membership and allow people to subscribe. And so if they pay a $50 per year membership fee, they can come to recess anytime they want that we're offering it. And then the other 2 models are our like corporate business plans. So corporations, companies can pay for us to host recess events for their employees. And that would be a large part of our revenue as well.
So
I'm Lindsay.
And I'm Carly, and we are high school team captains, chalk enthusiasts, dodgeball lovers, and we understand the play market. And we are building community, not just hosting one-off events.
So as you can see, the market for this is huge. The global events market for corporations is growing from over $300 billion to over $500 billion in less than 10 years. And also, VCs are already investing in fitness-based startups like Sweat Pals and others that are focused on fun and play. And so we think that this market and the investments we've seen, over $960 million in these kinds of startups, there's a lot of money for us right now, too.
So why not? So Camden Council is an adult sleepaway camp that has 3 locations currently for super fast growing, which proves that adults want to have fun. VCs are backing community play places as well as fitness companies, and people are paying for belonging. With the rise of run clubs, it's proving that people frankly are willing to pay to make credits.
So yeah, as you can see, we have some traction already. We hosted 2 events where we sold lemonade and had people run around and have fun. And as you can see, we had over 50 participants, and we have a lot of excitement around recess. So we think that we can build from here and grow our business as far as we can. And so that's why you should support Hopscotch. We're bringing back recess. There's over $500 billion in this market, and we've already hosted events that people are excited about. So, thank you.
Thank you. Oh, thank you.
I'm so hyped. Hey guys, my name's Sansa. This is LJ. I'm currently an engineering major at Claremont College that focuses on biomedical engineering. I've extensive research in biotech and bioresearch from nanoparticle research at FDU to Asian research at Bud, as well as participating in competitive programs like the Bio Student Park or the Innovation Looking Fellowship. I'll also previously asked that I got the engineering intern. Here's the problem. Normal band-aids are really bad, but they're slow to heal and they contain PFAs, also known as forever chemicals that will last in your bloodstream forever. Here's our solution. It's healing reimagined. Algae-infused bandages deliver oxygen, moisture, and bioactives, and they're inherently antibacterial, allowing for healing to be accelerated and for you to be healthy. It's clinically proven to accelerate recovery rates, it's safe for sensitive skins, competitively priced, improves fluid capture for, again, accelerating healing, and it's also biodegradable and very versatile. Let's look at our competitors. This is, I forgot what they're called, Marine something technologies. They have this algae bandage, but it's primarily for very severe cases, so like people who are like about to die, mostly. And you can see it's really expensive. For 5 bandages, they're charging $30, and it's also not actually available like commercially. Also in China, they have a lot of these great bandages. And now you say, wow, what does China have that we don't? And the answer is a lot of people. And they make cool things like these algae band-aids that we could bring to the Western world and improve them. The US market for bandages is huge. Lots of people buy bandages. Over $25 billion worth of, down all the way to 25 million. So our go-to-market strategy would be to bring in, I don't know, the Chinese bandages or whatever, partner with health-focused brands, target sports medicine, which is rapidly growing and they always need healing and whatever, and a future potential patentable algae formula. Business model. Oh, I'm going to make that bigger, but it's okay. We want to sell directly clinics and also offer a subscription model for consistent revenue. This is LJ. It's improved wound healing at competitive pricing, biodegradable and antibacterial, no more forever chemicals in your bloodstreams, and a huge market. Here's my email and my LinkedIn. Please connect with me. Thanks.
Hi everyone, I'm Kate and I run a tiny drink shop with a large personality, Balcony State. So it started exactly what the name suggests. On the balcony outside my first floor dorm, not exactly the typical birthplace for a future campus landmark, but honestly it works. Students are on their way to class, practicum, study sessions, mental breakdowns, and suddenly there's this little balcony spot that doesn't really take themselves seriously, but they do taste amazing. And here's what's special. The menu changes every time we open. Think of it like a pop-up tasting adventure. So one week it's strawberry matcha affogato with ube crackers, and the next week it's pumpkin spice elderflower lattes. And sometimes it's something so random that I'm even impressed that people line up for. Rain or shine, we've tested it. But they do, because it's fun, a stark contrast to staring at your dull homework. And this is the account professional database under 2 weeks of launching. But drinks are only half the product. The real product is the vibe. People chat with each other in line, music's playing, friends stop by just to see what's on the menu, and they stay. And there's a spontaneous community energy around it. Like balconies becomes more than a balcony, it becomes like a little state of mind. A place where students actually slow down, talk, and feel like part of something. And that's why I'm here. I want to take this feeling, the balcony state energy, and give it room to grow. A real lasting storefront on or near campus, a place designed around the spontaneity, rotating experimental menus, and baristas who actually want to talk to you. A space where people can hang out, meet up, and decompress between classes. A place that still feels like a balcony, open, casual, social, but with the scale and stability to serve the entire student community. Funding would allow me to create a dedicated location with equipment to expand the menu, hire and train student baristas who help build up community vibes, extend hours, especially during peak academic moments, and build a brand around this balcony state lifestyle. Makes up creativity, comfort, and campus culture. Students don't need convenience, they need connection. And if a tiny balcony can accidentally create that, imagine what a full store can do. Balcony State started as a balcony, but it's ready to become a destination. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Alexa, and this is my photo app, Camden. And together we're gonna teach your boyfriend to take better photos. Or anyone else in your life who takes bad photos of you. Like your grandma, or pretty much anyone. My camera roll looks like this. These are my credentials. I like to take photos. But not everyone wants this many photos when they ask you to take a photo of them. My dad wants like 1 photo, but I want 400 photos. So where Camden comes in is you put in your presets and Camden will tell you to keep taking photos until you've reached the number you've inputted. And say you wanted a vertical photo. My dad likes vertical photos. Then you would input that and Camden would tell your photographer to do that. I don't like vertical photos because I can't post them on Instagram. My brother takes bad photos on purpose. Camden will use facial recognition to help your photographer put you in the center of the frame, which seems obvious, but it's not to everyone. If the lighting is bad, Camden will detect the exposure and tell your photographer to like switch it up. Because you can't see this if you're the subject of the photo. So for marketing, I wanted to do field tests in places where everyone's taking photos. I'm from New York, so there's a lot of places where you go there, there's 1 million people taking photos. And sometimes you hand your phone to a stranger, and they take a horrible photo of you. So I think that this is something that could really be helpful. I would also do social media campaigns, taking inspiration from apps like Visco and Tezza that really blew up on Instagram and TikTok, because that's where you're putting your photos. That's where I'm putting my photos after I take them. I don't know where my dad puts his photos. In terms of pricing, there's a $10.5 billion market for photo apps. I don't like paywalls, so the $0 basic model, and then $2 per month subscription for a model with AI feedback, because I hear that AI costs money. And then there would be ad revenue from all users. So together we can teach your boyfriend to take better photos. Or if you don't have one, someone else in your life who takes bad photos.
Hi, I'm Nathan, and I'll be presenting on open reactions. If this slide is confusing to you, that's good. It's the current software called ChemDraw, and it's what everybody uses. You know, maybe this was revolutionary in the 1980s when it was last updated, but today it's just not very good. And this is the experience with my website, Open Reactions. You simply type it into Google, and it's right there. No installation required. Communicating science is very important. It's really important that as scientists, we spend less time on finicky software and more time in lab. With ChemDraw or with open reactions, we can ensure that chemical accuracy is upheld and our search and calculation features will help your lab reports. Lastly, our goal is to communicate effectively and more ways to display your reactions. This is a big industry. Right now, it's somewhere around 136 million, but it's going to reach $471.9 billion by 2032. And again, the current market is dominated by software from 1980. We have all the necessary features. Here's some competitors down here, such as Canva, which everybody's heard of, but it's not chemistry specific. CamDraw, again, very chemistry specific, but it's only easy to use if you're a professor who was alive in 1980. Later, we're going to expand some more features, such as searching and calculation. And here's just kind of a demo of it. The user would take a picture, a structure be generated in our software, and searching calculations are performed, such as similar structures or various pH levels for different groups. This is how we make money. It's not quite relevant yet. The idea is that we would get people to start using our software, become reliant on it, dependent on it, forget how to use every other software, and then we start charging. But basically right now, there's 4 tiers. The basic tier is $0 a month, and that's kind of just where you can draw stuff out. But we're looking to kind of market toward academic stuff, so entire schools would be the institution pricing. Or you could just pay your own academic or business tier. And thanks for your time. Here's some quotes from people who have used our software on their lab reports. These are real people from Pomona, and they got good grades as far as I know. So it's out there, it's working. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Steve. Today I'm introduce a simple app called eMed. Have anyone or forgot to take a medicine? The real problem, especially for seniors and me, is adherence and interaction. There are many problems in adherence, like especially for seniors. It's very easy to forget to take meds, and interaction means, especially my grandpa, he loves to eat some very suspicious food, and it might interact with the medicine he's taking right now. And the current reminder apps is just basic alarms to remind you you need to like eat this right now. And the healthy super apps is just it's a lot of functions, not easy to use, especially for seniors. And here's my solution. It has smart schedule, real-time alerts, and family confirmation. How it works is a screenshot of app. You can just simply scan the barcode or take a picture of your prescription, or just simply say or type. And you will have this fancy reminder. And you can like check when you kind of want to eat some mushrooms or suspicious fish to check whether it's interact with your medicine. Yeah, and your kids or me can receive the notification. How do I make money from this? For the basic functions, it's completely free. And we'll have a subscription for if you want to add more family members or friends to the system. We'll charge you $2 per month. And in the future, we'll have partnerships with local pharmacies. And we also build some devices to make more money from hardware. Yeah, and the market size is growing and growing and growing since we have more and more elders can access to phones. And we have more elders in the world now. Yeah, this is our roadmap. Actually, I launched this app a few months ago in my hometown, and it's in Chinese version. Yeah, and now we have around 100 users. Before I accidentally forgot to renew the cloud server. Yeah, this is me. I have no major now. I am sophomore at month. Yes, thank you.
Hello. Hello. Hi, I'm Rachel Ma. I'm the founder and CEO of Tuwami. I'm a senior at Pomona College, and I'm an avid backpacker and creative lady.
Hi, I'm Cheyenne. I'm a junior at MUD. I'm the CTO taking charge of tech development and marketing, and I love clothes.
Cheyenne and I, along with many other women, love to be outdoors. Just look at these smiling faces when you search up hiker woman on Google. For us, Cheyenne and I, along with many other people, the outdoors serves as a place of refuge from our increasingly busy and distracted lives. But wait, upon closer inspection, there's something very wrong with this picture. All of these women are dressed the same, in muted colors, boxy cuts, and boring gear that cannot possibly reflect the diversity and personalities of the women who wear it. The reality is, most of women's outdoors gear is just men's gear resized. This tells us to fit in the outdoors community as women means blending in with the men who have always dominated the outdoors community. At Tuolumne, we think differently. We think the outdoors should be a place for women to show up fully as themselves. Our mission, increasing the amount of women who get outdoors, because if the clothes don't fit, the adventure ends before it can begin. So, if you like floral hem hiking capris, fluffy polka dot thermal fleeces, bell-bottom hiking pants, floral hiking shorts, or strawberry carabiners, then Tuolumne might be just the right brand for you.
And we are not just creating clothes for a tiny niche. We're stepping into a massive growing market. In 2023, the U.S. outdoor recreation economy is valued at $1.2 trillion. And women are the fastest growing group of outdoor enthusiasts. That means money for you, money for me, and money for all of us. But the real proof is in all the energy and excitement we've seen from women so far off of the tiny amount of marketing that we've done. In the first 12 hours of our website, we got 33 pre-orders. Women outdoor lovers already see themselves in Tuolumne.
Now we're focused on testing, building, and growing. This timeline will show exactly how we'll get there. I first had the idea for Tuolumne in mid-2025 while hiking the Tuolumne Meadows in Yosemite. As soon as I got home, I started sketching and designing, and we recently just signed a contract with a sustainable factory to manufacture our first collection. And that puts our launch in early spring of 2026.
This slide shows our early product development and projected margins. Each piece in our core line sits comfortably within a 50 to 58% margin range, which is consistent with brands like Patagonia and Lululemon. You can also see our in-progress tech packs and pattern design showing how far along we already are in the development process. Real fits, fabrics, and designs are being tested for production right now.
So, if you weren't listening, the problem is existing outdoors gear doesn't reflect what women actually want to wear outdoors, and our solution is that we make stylish, functional, and inclusive apparel that makes every woman outside want to go outside. So what are you waiting for? Get out there and explore Tuolumne.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay. Hello everyone, my name is Faye. I'm a senior at Pomona majoring in film and economics. And today I'll be presenting to you my kind of unconventional business endeavor, my film. Wait, I'm here. Basically, there's like over 200,000 people living in a house in California only. And these people, their stories are getting marginalized by society. So I want to tell a story that really would bring into the spotlight. And like we're gonna be following a young man who decides to live in his car. And throughout the story, he becomes more trapped in this in this cycle, like he's not unable to escape. And I really want to reflect on how like homelessness can become like a permanent situation for a lot of people. Just for this, how to use this. Visually will be in the intersection of Joker and Nomadland. And in order to make this film happen, we'll need an ultra low budget of $50,000 that will be used towards location, equipment, transportation, getting actors and crew, and later for post-production and distribution. This can make money. The entertainment industry is expected to reach $3.5 trillion until 2029. And we see that like no matter how bad the economy will get, people will want to get entertained. And we've seen this films that have been successful with very low budget. The phenomenon, the Blair Witch Project, had only $60,000 and made $248 million. And even though my genre is not there, it's more towards the independent film Tangerine, it had a budget of $50,000 and was able to earn over $800,000. So a small film can really become successful. And basically the same with profit. After the film's produced, we'll go to festivals, and depending on the success there, it will follow to distribution and streaming, either online or like theaters, then finish with like licensing, through institutions. So I was able to make a short film of 10 minutes with $100 budget, maybe 150, and I did this trailer, and I don't know how to play it. Okay. Thank you so much. Do you have sound?
So the guy that wrote The Art Thief had a different book on a hermit, like a random dude who lived in the
Yes,
middle
and my
of
full film is
nowhere.
coming
Maybe that
out.
was. I thought it was
In a
even
couple
better. It
days,
was just so
but
weird.
it's-
I'll get you the hermit book.
Hi everyone, my name is Jack Christie. I'm a sophomore at Claremont College and I really like movies, so I made this website for people like me. Now, a few years ago, when I was kind of a baby film geek, I went online to look for some spaces where I could talk about movies and learn more about them. Most of you guys are probably familiar with Rotten Tomatoes. It wasn't really for me. There wasn't a lot of information on it, and the ads made it really hard to use. IMDb was a little bit better, but the community wasn't that great this time, so I moved on from that pretty quickly too. Letterboxd is a lot better. The review scores meant a lot, the community was a lot of fun, but still, I didn't really have a reason to keep coming back. And then there's Metacritic, and Metacritic just sucks. Don't use it. So, man, there are so many websites, and none of them address exactly what I want. I need a website with review scores that actually mean something, valuable information, and most importantly, a reason to keep coming back. That's why I made Film Hub. Film Hub is two sides of the coin. On one side, you have all the features of your Letterboxd adjacent film review website, and on the other side, you get easy access to all the filmmaking information you could ever want. And together, a user's engagement with the site will generate some pretty killer movie recommendations, which is something that no other movie review site currently does at this moment. This site was inspired by a movie review site in China called Dune and Goodreads. Now, both of these sites dominate their respective spaces because of their breadth of features and overall ease of use, and it's my goal to pull Film Hub up to the same level because there's really nothing quite like Dune in the Western market. Now, this is a quick graph I made to compare some features of all the sites that I've got and Film Hub. Clearly, there are a lot of blind spots that a lot of these sites have, and what I'm trying to do is address as many of them as possible. But why now? You know, I would have liked to start a site 20 years ago with the rest of the movie review websites, but I think that starting now actually has many benefits because the mediascape is changing. Blame AI, blame Hollywood, blame social media. The other sites have changed as an unconscious reaction to this shift, but what I'm doing is I am explicitly addressing a need for simplicity, a need for convenience, and honestly, just a need for something new. So over the years, I've recommended Letterboxd to a lot of different people, and this site is really for the people that didn't use Letterboxd after I recommended it to them, because there are just so many of those people. I have a lot of friends at the University of Michigan Film School who are very interested in this project, and over the next semester, it's really going to be my goal to get the site a foothold in that film school and then branch out into the other film schools before I can start reaching the general public. You see, I know film geeks, and I know that sites like Letterboxd don't give its users a lot. So if any of you find any of this interesting at all, because I know there's some of you in this audience, maybe you should check Film Hub out. Too few people love the film review website of their choice, and what I'm trying to do is change that. So thank you.
Hello, everyone. I'm Bennett. On Zoom. Oh, wait, no, I shouldn't say anything. Okay, that threw me off. I thought that was just a presentation. All right. Hello, Bennett, senior computer science major at Harvey Mudd. with previous software engineering experience across big tech and several startups. And I'm also a 3-time previous founder if you include the other ideas I had for this class. But this is the best idea, I think. Ready? Post-pilot. And this is out of date a little bit. Can I like exit and represent? All right, our mission is to empower people to practice yoga safely and effectively at home with AI-powered real-time pose recognition and personalized flow programs. The problem with yoga currently at home, there's no feedback or adaptability, right? So if you've ever tried yoga for the first time, you've probably done a pose wrong and you're sitting there and you feel no muscle activation or no stretch, and you're just sitting there like this, and it just feels pointless. But we have a solution for that, which is Pose Pilot with live AI form correction. Using pose recognition, you can receive real-time feedback, and it's also adaptive to your strengths and weaknesses to set personalized programs and really help you improve from the comfort of your own home. So why now? Market momentum, first of all. The online fitness market surpassing $27 billion in 2025 with strong continued growth expectancy. Yoga is expanding as well, steadily at 7 to 8%. I know my mom always says that she wants to start doing yoga. Home wellness is an ongoing trend, and tech readiness with new advances in AI, this type of project will be totally doable. For competitive analysis, other options are yoga video apps. There are videos on YouTube of guiding you through flows that have millions and millions of views. There's general fitness apps, which may be personalized to your strengths and your progress, but of course they're not yoga specific. And you have physical yoga studios, but those are big commitment, cost money. It's in a group setting. You have to drive to the studio. So this project addresses all of that, right? It's personalized. You get real coaching, and it's a low commitment, right? You can do it from your own home with just your phone. Business model will be a freemium strategy. So, maybe you have a certain limited number of form correction tips you get from AI. You don't get the personalized flows. And then with the subscription, that will generate revenue. You have access to all of the features that are available. And yeah, that is Pose Pilot. We have a growing market, intelligent technology, and it's super accessible. Thank you.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good lunch. Hello, I am the founder of List Lab, and my name is Kenji. You guys are hearing a lot of great problems and great solutions, so let's take some break and do some mental exercise with me. So I want you to take a time machine in your head and go back to yourself at high school. You just had a dreadful day. You just flopped your finals. You had a horrible presentation, and you have a homework due in 2 hours. You come back home, you just lay down in bed just for your mom to ask you, can you calm down and help me real quick? That's the same frustration that these resellers face every single day. That's the problem. They post their reselling items across multiple different platforms on copy and paste at least 10 different times. And that takes around 10 to 15 minutes. And if you use my solution, which is List Lab, you can cut that down to 50% to 70%. That will save you more than 100 hours a week if you're a big listing reseller business. This is what it looks like right now. We have the website running, and we have the soft launch that I did a couple of weeks ago. And if you want to check it out, how it works, you can talk to me after. Here is the market opportunity. By 2027, the reselling market is supposed to hit $200 billion marks. That's more than 4 times the retailer's growth right now. It's like the next gold rush. During the gold rush, gold miners didn't make much, but the store did. So this is the store. This is how you make money. Right now, there are more than 50 million resellers just reselling clothes on Poshmark, eBay, and Depop. And that just close. If you include everything else, that's gonna be way bigger and way more opportunity. Here's a quick timeline. I launched soft launch, and this month I'm gonna finalize all the code and hard launch it so that we can get customers and revenues into my pockets and business and your pockets too. And we're planning to scale on 2026, so aim for the moon, I guess. This is the mission we go by, empowering every reseller to scale effortlessly. This is List Lab, and I'm Kenji. I'm gonna hang out after, so talk to me after if you're interested. Thank you.
Which one is down? I got it. Cool. All right. Hi, everyone. My name's Dane.
My name is Kevin.
My name is Lucius. So we're here to talk about Toxite and the current process to develop drugs, specifically in the preclinical trial stage, is both really time consuming and very capital intense. So in the current process of preclinical toxicity testing, pharmaceutical companies will outsource their efficacy testing for their drugs to companies called contract research organizations. So essentially what these contract research organizations do is they take the compound that a pharmaceutical company is testing, they inject it into an animal like a mouse, and they have to wait several weeks or even months for the mouse to show physical outside changes. And then they kill the mouse, harvest its organs, and do toxicity or efficacy testing on those organs. This is really inefficient, and it takes several weeks or months per iteration of any compound that a pharmaceutical company is testing.
This is a problem because it's a huge barrier to entry for drug discovery, and this means many drugs that could save lives don't even make it to the market.
Yeah, so our solution is the Tox Counter, and essentially what we want to do is have real-time toxicity imaging, and what that means is this is what the workflow is. You inject the drug in the imaging probe, and then you put it into the device, and then this is where the mouse moves around freely, and then you get the results instantly in 24 hours rather than waiting, weeks or months for physical changes to occur. And then as a product of that, you no longer have to euthanize or apply anesthesia to the mice because you can image them freely, and so there's more animal reuse and less animal cruelty as well.
Yeah, so the way it works essentially is if there's any cell damage or toxicity, the imaging probe will emit bioluminescence. And in our product, we have photomultiplier tubes, which detect photons, the most sensitive unit of light. And we're able to basically image in real time how a drug is moving through an entire living system, as well as how it is interacting with that system and causing or not causing toxicity as soon as it's injected until when you have to kill a mouse. So our current plan for business is we'd like to license our device to contract research organizations for them to offer it as a method for toxicity testing. And in the future, we'd like to use the amount of data that we're collecting to use as a moat and sell a software platform to combine with our physical product for customers. And we think that this actually has a couple of opportunities in the future for developing machine learning models for drug discovery, as the data that we'll be getting from this real-time drug discovery is a lot more rich and detailed than the current data that's being collected.
With 10,000 new drug candidates and 50,000 new studies annually, the toxicity testing market has a TAM of 15 billion, and the drug discovery market as a whole has a value of 70 billion and is estimated to double in the next decade.
Yeah, so far we made a bare bones prototype, and then over the spring we want to begin development on a more commercially viable product, and then begin partnerships with labs in academia or CROs and begin licensing our device. We've also secured a partnership with a biotech company, and they've agreed to test out our device when we develop it.
And we're so thanks.
Forward. You want to see it? Show us you. Oh, you can check out our video on the lab.hg.com/startups. All right,
Hi, I'm Anvita, and I spent the majority of my years in high school working on my nonprofit organization in India, where I would visit schools, and the most recurring problem I saw while collecting health-related data was that most students were admitted to the hospital frequently because they did not have proper information on the amount of over-the-counter drugs they should be taking. This isn't a problem in India alone. 600,000 people visit the emergency rooms yearly because of misuse of over-the-counter drugs in America. So this is why I've started MedCheck. You can put in all of your personalized biometric information on the profile on the app, and then you'll be able to scan any over-the-counter medicine, and it'll immediately pop up with a personalized drug dosage recommendation. The market. So the over-the-counter market is a $40 billion market with 260 million self-medicating adults, and we hope to reach 2.6 million active users. We have a freemium plan. So the free plan will provide personalized over-the-counter guidance, drug interaction and safety checks, side effect explanations, and medication search, while the paid subscription plan will be $4.99 per month, and people will be able to get reminders for their refills and medication timing, as well as see their health trend and analytics as well. And they will also be able to speak with pharmacists to actually get personalized guidance, while also being able to check in with their other family members and keep them accountable for the medicines that they're taking. Our go-to-market plan. So essentially, we're planning on starting by launching through campuses. We want to reach out to campus health centers and community pharmacies to start promoting this app, where self-medication decisions are already being made on a daily basis. And we want to start with targeting college students and young professionals who are frequently reliant on digital health apps and don't have much information on over-the-counter drugs. Our second phase is to partner with pharmacies. We want to be able to convert offline customers into actual people using the apps by embedding the MedCheck QR code into pharmacy receipts. And we also want to run public health campaigns with student health ambassadors across colleges as well. The third phase is to use this aggregated medication data to be able to create these predictive safety reports that can drive B2B revenue for us. And we also want to introduce MedCheck Premium in the third phase, which is the paid subscription that I was speaking about earlier. Our roadmap. We're planning to launch this month, and the first version will include AI integration for personalized dosage recommendations, and it will also provide the users with drug interaction alerts and an analytics dashboard with the data that's collected. The second version will include voice-based and multilingual support, and we will also partner with pharmacies in June 2026 and hope to expand globally after that. Thank you. If you weren't listening to anything yet, we're simplifying over-the-counter drug dosage recommendations for everyday users with a $40 billion market, starting with college students, and we're launching this.
Hello everyone, my name is Isaiah, and this is QuickScript, a online platform to help get your medications to you faster. So right now in America, when you go to the hospital, from stepping in to stepping out of an urgent care room, it takes on average of 3 hours. Most of the time isn't actually spent on primary care for you, but being stuck in a hospital waiting room, a depressing place that kind of honestly makes me feel like walking out of there, I'm gonna be more sick than when I came in. It doesn't make sense for, if you know what illness you have and you know what prescription you need, for example, if you have strep or a UTI and you know you just need antibiotics, why do you have to go through the same process as someone who doesn't know what they have or has an advanced illness? We believe that if you know what you have, you should be able to get your prescription from the comfort of your home. The cannabis industry has opened the door for this to happen. This is a screenshot of a website called NugMD, which millions of people have used to fill out a form, call a doctor, and get their prescription within minutes. And if it's this easy for you to get this prescription, we believe that you should be able to get your other prescriptions that you need just as easily. That's where we come in, QuickScript. We're a platform that allows you to find a pharmacy near you that helps get you your self-test. You submit it to our platform. We have a physician review it and call you. And you're able to get your prescription all from the ease of your home. This is a large growing market. After COVID, a lot of people don't want to be in congested places with a lot of sick people. That's resulted in this 230% number, which is the rise of telemedicine adoption after the pandemic. The projected market size in the US and Europe by 2032 is 23.3 billion, and globally 709 billion by 2034. Our go-to-market strategy is going to be to start niche at this college, serving between you, the students, and SHS to get you your medicine faster, and eventually serving larger hospitals and insurance providers to serve on a global scale for all people going to like hospitals and using healthcare. So our go-to-market strategy is currently paid by semester for students, and then scaling up and up to working with clinics and then working to large insurance providers. Why us? My name is Isaiah. This is my co-founder, Bella. We're both engineers here at MUD. We know how to build products. We have experience in startups and what it takes to get a startup from the ground up to an actual product in the market. And we know the problem, so we feel we are best able to solve it. So if you know your illness and you want to get your meds, use QuickScript to get your quick prescription fulfillment from the ease of your home. Thank you.
Oh, my bad. And I got a test.
Like a lot of tests.
Yeah. And oh yeah.
Aiden had to run.
Aiden had a run. All right.
We're running over time, guys.
Wait, oh, there we go. Woo!
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Let me ask you a question. When do you have sex? When you have a partner? But what if you are single? And what if you have a partner but you still want to have sex alone? Our society, no matter in American or in China, educate us. It's a shame to have sex alone. It's a shame when you have sex alone and when you do not have a partner. But in
our brand queen, we think that you have the freedom to choose when and how to have sex. And in our brand queen, we think that sex health is equal to physical health and also equals to mental health, which gave us our mission, specializing in sex toys for next level sexual health, powered by AI, and only for women. If you are male and you want to buy our product, please invest in us. And our goal is to be Nike in sex toy industry. And sex market is a huge market. And currently, the market size is from 85 billion to 90 billion, and in 2013, it will become 115 billion to 117 billion. And we want to join the revolution, and even we will probably lead the revolution, because our goal is specialize the AI sex toy. And this is our brand expansion strategy. First, we will produce high impact promotion videos like Liquid Death. And then we will launch our website to sell our products directly to our customer. And then we will open our first flagship store. And then we will scale nationally. And then in the end, we will become a global brand. So here is our first generation product, which is safe, smart, sensual, and for free. And in the future, we imagine when you go shopping at our store, you will go shopping like in a Nike store, like this. This is our future. Maybe not maybe it will be a must in NYC, Paris, Shanghai, or even in front of your home. And here is my background. I have started entrepreneurship three times, and they are all succeed. And currently, I'm on mission to design next level pleasure for women who choose to own their own sexual freedom. And my uncle has a manufacturing factory in China. I do these kind of things. I might be attacked, but I believe I will succeed. Because I believe in the future, people will talk about sex, like talk about weather. And I want to be the first one to eat the crab. And please join us. Get one for yourself or get one for your queen. Thank you.
Thank you.
Where's yours?
It's like right behind me.
It's behind this one.
Rewind, we got 2 people back.
We got 2 people back?
Go back, sorry. You're done.
That's it.
Oh, you know what?
Oh,
Well,
I-
go back to Lume, or you moved it to the end, or does it? I think they rejiggered it, sorry, we got 2 are back. Everyone stretch. We got food in 10 minutes or less. Oh, not the very. Up, you go, there's tiny too. There you go. Yeah. Up. Is that something above it? Yeah. Go up. Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right. All right, last two, here we go.
Last two.
Sure.
Okay, hi. I am Flavia. I am a software at Beaumont studying economics and computer science. And well, now CEO and founder of Lume, your new personalized skincare advisor. And okay, well, so let me ask a question. Have you ever wanted to take care of your appearance and skin, but had no idea what products to use, exercise to do, maybe had no time to research and eventually just give up and go back to the same one random soap? Most people want to take care of their skin, but they just don't know how. And skincare today is a $600 billion market built on confusion and guesswork. So for these, results are very compelling. Results help highlight favorable facial features for appearance enhance, but takes a lot of time and research. So we identified 3 main problems. So people don't know what their skin needs. People can't tell if routines are actually working and can stay consistent long enough to see results. So Lume fixes this. Lume is an AI-powered cosmetic wellness system that analyzes your skin in only 20 seconds, identifies your cosmetic needs, and creates personalized daily plans to improve your skin health and appearance. Lume has 3 experiences. The first one is AI skin scan that will analyze your face in 20 seconds and identify impurities and room for improvement. Instant analysis of glow, texture, tone, firmness, and trends over time. The second is personalized skincare products and routines. And the final is personalized facial exercises, simple lifestyle cues tailored to your goals and your budget. So how do we manage customer retention? So for this, we're going to prioritize dynamic motivational system, prioritize on UX experience, like strict, gens, level, and AI simulation showing how your skin could look like if you stay consistent. Lume turns the skin from a confusion core into a guided, reward, and daily habit. So think about Duolingo. So for our vision, think about Duolingo. Like a few years ago, it wasn't the top language app. Language platform existed, but no main learning, engaging, gamified, and addicted in the best way. Or like Spotify, 10 years ago, everyone used to use many music apps, and now Spotify is a top leader app in music in the market today. Lume is trying to be trying to become the new Duolingo of skincare. The app people open every morning, not because they have to, but because it's engaging, it's fine. Because it's engaging, it's fun, and it actually works. So why now? Well, AI is finally good enough for accurate consumer-grade skin assessment. Skincare spending is skyrocket among Gen Z and millennials, especially with apps like TikTok and Instagram. People are moving from aesthetic clinics to at-home optimized beauty, and wellness gamification is becoming a mainstream. So for this, the market size. We're entering a $600 billion market and a $50 billion
digital wellness ecosystem. Millions already spend heavily on products. They just need guidance. Lume becomes that platform that directs that behavior. So our business model. Our business model is simple and scalable, a monthly subscription between $7 and $12 for personalized routines, tracking, and simulations, affiliate revenues from product recommendation. American users already spend between $100 and $300 per month on skincare. So a future premium, and future premium tires for deeper analysis and brand partnerships. We have high potential. So as Lume, we have high potential revenue, low customer acquisition costs, and behavior-driven retention make this a powerful model. So for traction and validation, while doing some informal surveys, in early users describe Lume as the first time skincare finally felt understandable. They love the instant scan, the clear routine, and the progress tracking. Engagement was strong, and our release continues to grow. So this demonstrates high consumer satisfaction and demand daily life problem needs solved in just seconds. So Lume, as you can see, is simple. In only 20 seconds, identification, spend 5 minutes every day, and you can see results. So join Lume. Our vision is to build the world's most trusted personalized skincare comparison, a daily cosmetic wellness system that gives people clarity, motivation, and visible progress. Lume transforms skincare from confusion and inconsistency to confidence, structure, and brand improvement. Lume isn't just another beauty app. Lume is the future of personalized skin in a market that doesn't exist, and we're building it now. Thank you.
Hey everyone, I'm Aiden Raymer, and this is Tiny Tycoons, a platform teaching financial literacy to children through play. Now the problem is that kids aren't developing basic financial skills. Schools haven't been teaching it, and parents don't know when, where, or how to start. And in turn, this is creating adults who lack basic budgeting skills. They don't know how to utilize credit and are therefore living paycheck to paycheck, or even worse. But fortunately, we have a solution, and the solution is Tiny Tycoons. And Tiny Tycoons is making financial education more fun, more simple, and most importantly, it's getting the financial journey started at a younger age. And we do this through a combination of features that are interactive and competitive that bring back our users and get people excited about learning. And now's actually the perfect time to build something like this. Financial education is being mandated in over 30 states in the United States and counting, and teachers are actively searching for platforms like this. So they're going to go out with the old textbooks and in with Tiny Tycoons into this market filled with teachers, students, and parents worth north of $10 billion. And more importantly, it's promising with a 15% compounding annual growth rate. And we plan to take advantage of this compounding annual growth rate and this promising market through a 3-step plan. And that plan is to roll out a children's book, to spread brand awareness and get revenue, so that we can then create a mobile app, which we're going to make free with an option for a premium subscription. And after we get that polished up, we plan to relentlessly pursue school licensing with an aim to make Tiny Tycoons a household name. So why me? Well, I'm a student right now, and I've had experience as a youth sports trainer and a tutor, so I know what it takes to get kids excited about learning. And I'm also really excited about this path myself, and I'm ready to build. So what we have so far is our MVP launched, which is a competitive racing game that teaches about credit and saving and budgeting. We have early feedback from students, parents, and teachers, and what I want to do in the future is to expand my content and polish it up, and then eventually target school licensing. So why does Tiny Tycoons win? Because it's a real problem and we have a real solution, and I'm ready to build. Thank you. Let's start compounding everybody.
Thanks, everybody. Way to go. Thanks for coming. That was a great class. All right, guess what? We're gonna have a top 3 here from reviews, and third place will get an extra $1,000 budget. Second place is gonna get a $3,000 budget. And first place is gonna get extra $5,000 reimbursing budget. And asking Claude right now, who are the winners? Dun, dun, dun. It's a 3-way tie. So instead, all 3 will get $3,000, right? Yeah. One of the 3, but who will get this? Keeping in our 3D printed prize tradition, I printed this thing. But we'll have to break it into pieces. All right, one of the 3 is Tuolny. Hey, Tuolny. And one of the 3 is Open Reactions. Woo! And the other one of the 3 is Hopscotch. Woo! So you don't get to go again. Good job. Well, tell me later. All right. And I'm going to give this to Open Reactions because this looks like, yeah. There you go. Good job. Thanks for coming, everybody. We got lunch out there. Great semester. Before we go, we have a tradition some of you may already know. Some of you might want to leave now, but we got to sing. Oh, wrong direction. Oh, the agency theme song. Ready? You got to do this. Come on. Oh, let's go. You got to do the next 2. Oh, come on. You ever find yourself starting a new company and it costs you confusion? You ever find yourself raising money with you says dilution. Come on, Miles. You must know by now. Find out what our deal is, and all we bring to offer investees. You can count on me like HMC. I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can do all I need. You'll be there. Oh. Cause that's what funds are supposed to do, oh yeah. Woo! All right, that's probably good. Oh no, it's still going. Use this. Nice. Okay. All right, let's have lunch. You guys get the picture. There's a lot more to that. Let's go. Thanks, everybody. It's a great song. You can find various recordings of it online. Ha! Thanks, everybody online who's still here. Woo! They are still here. All right, tell me now. Stop recording.